Hello and welcome. In this FreeCodeCamp JavaScript algorithm video, I'll be taking you step by step in detail how I solved the Pig Latin challenge on freecodecamp.org. This is a really good challenge for beginners as it's not overly complicated. In this challenge, you'll get used to working with array methods, loops, and conditional statements. I did this one in 5 easy to follow steps, but before I give you the know-how, let me explain the challenge. You will receive a string and your task is to check if the first letter or cluster of letters are consonants. If they are, you want to take them to the end of the string and add AY to it. If, however, there is no consonants, then you only have to suffix way, and that's where it ends. So here's the steps. First, you want to convert the string into an array of letters, create a variable set to 0, and create an array of consonants. Then you can move on to step number 2, where you want to iterate through the first few letters and check if they're consonants or not. I used a for loop with a conditional for this. Next, you want to splice out as many characters from the beginning of the array as there is consonants in it. Then you need to check what suffix to use and add the appropriate one to the end of the array. And last but not least, you have to join the array back up into a string to have the appropriate return. So now that you know all the steps you need to take to complete this challenge, go ahead and try to do it yourself, because that's the only way to really retain what you've learned. And I'll just get down to coding, starting from step 1, where I'm supposed to turn the string into an array of letters. Then create a variable set to 0. And last but not least, create an array of consonants. So I'll just paste it in from my solution. Now I'm moving on to step number 2, where I want to iterate through the first few letters of the array I created here. So I'm going to use a for loop for this. Here I want to create an if statement to see if the index, if I can find the beginning letter here in this array of consonants. So we wanna consonants, we wanna use index of, and I'm gonna use string of I here. And if this is equal to -1, that means that the word doesn't start with a consonant, so we just want to break out of the loop and our job here is done. If it is a consonant, we want to just increase our count variable so we know how many consonants there is. Next, I want to splice out as many characters from the beginning of the array. And I will use my count variable to know how many I need to splice out. So I'll create another constant and I will splice the string out from 0 to count. So now I want to check what suffix to use, because it could be that the count is still 0 because there was no consonants. So I want to check if how big is count, basically. And I think I made a mistake here. Yeah, because I'm still in a for loop here, so I need to move it. So now I want to create another if statement, and I want to see if count is equal to 0. If it is, then I want to do one thing, and if it isn't, then I want to do another. So I'm gonna be pushing a string into my array here. So if it's equal to 0, we're supposed to suffix way. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna run a push method on my string and add way. Here I will do the same thing, but now I'm gonna use the template literal because I'm gonna be using my variable, this one here, variable move. So I wanna do it like this and add a to it. So if it takes a C, it's gonna put C here and also add way to it as well. So let's see if it works. It does not, because I did not join it together. Let's see here. They all work except for one. So let me see what's the problem here. Okay, there's a comma here. The reason for this is because both G and L are consonants. So I have an array of 2 items, and then I just add a to it, and then I joined it up with the rest. But these were still an array. So what I need to do is join them up as well to get rid of that comma. And everything's great. So let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you managed to do it yourself. If you had any problems, let me know as well. I'm always interested, and I will see you in the next video.